the battle within. You wake up every morning to the same war. It's not fought on battlefields. It's not covered by the news. It's not something you can see with your eyes. It's the war inside your mind. Every single day, you face a choice. Will you let your thoughts control you? Or will you control your thoughts? Most people never ask themselves that question. They drift through life, reacting, complaining, wishing things were different. They let their minds become soft, fragile, a prison. But you're here because something inside you refuses to accept that fate. You're here because you know the truth. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your worst enemy. And today, you're going to learn how to forge it into steel. The comfort trap. Let me tell you something most people don't want to hear. Your mind is lazy. It craves comfort. It runs from pain. It begs you to quit when things get hard. Every time you hit the alarm and roll over for 5 more minutes, your mind wins. Every time you say, "I'll start tomorrow." Your mind wins. Every time you avoid the difficult conversation, skip the workout, take the easy path. Your mind is training you to be weak. And here's the terrifying part. You don't even realize it's happening. You think you're just taking a break, resting, being reasonable. But what you're really doing is building a habit of surrender. Your mind learns that when things get uncomfortable, you'll back down. You'll quit. You'll retreat into safety. And over time, that comfort zone becomes a cage. A cage you built yourself. A cage with invisible bars made of excuses, fear, and maybe next time. Look around. How many people do you know living in that cage? They had dreams once. They had fire once. But they let their minds go soft. And now they're stuck. You see them every day, going through the motions, numb, bitter, wondering where it all went wrong. Don't let that be you. The cold truth about discipline. Here's what nobody tells you about toughening your mind. It's going to hurt. Not physically. Worse, it's going to hurt your ego, your pride, your comfort. Because a tough mind isn't built in a seminar. It's not built by reading quotes on Instagram. It's not built by watching motivational videos, even this one. A tough mind is built in the moments when every fiber of your being is screaming at you to stop, and you keep going anyway. It's built at 5 a.m. when your bed feels like heaven and your discipline feels like hell. It's built in the gym when your muscles are burning and your mind whispers, "You've done enough. You can quit. No one will know." It's built in that moment of failure when you want to give up on your dream. But you wipe the blood off your face and try again. Discipline is the hammer. Discomfort is the fire. And repetition is the forge. You don't toughen your mind once. You toughen it every single day. One choice at a time. One uncomfortable moment at a time. And here's the beautiful part. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you get stronger. Not just your body, not just your skills. Your mind, the part of you that decides what you're capable of. Most people never experience this. They spend their entire lives avoiding pain, chasing pleasure, looking for the easy way. But you're going to walk straight into the fire, and you're going to come out forged in steel, rewiring your internal voice. Right now, there's a voice in your head. Maybe it's telling you that you're not good enough, that you failed too many times, that you don't have what it takes. Maybe it's replaying your past mistakes, reminding you of every time you quit, every time you fell short. That voice, it's a liar. But here's the problem. You've been listening to it for so long. You think it's telling the truth. You've let it convince you that you're weak, that you can't change, that this is just who you are. Bullshit. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who observes your thoughts. And just like you can change your clothes, you can change the narrative in your mind. But it takes work, conscious, relentless work. Every time that negative voice speaks up, you have to challenge it. Talk back to it. Overpower it. When it says, you can't do this, you say, watch me. When it says, you're too tired, you say, I've been more tired and still won. When it says, this is impossible, you say, so was everything else I've accomplished. You have to become the warrior inside your own mind. You have to stand guard at the gate of your thoughts and refuse to let weakness enter. This isn't positive thinking. This isn't some feel-good nonsense. This is mental warfare. And you're going to win. Because here's the secret. Your mind will believe whatever you tell it, if you say it enough times with enough conviction. So stop feeding it poison. Stop replaying your failures. Stop rehearsing your limitations. Start telling yourself the truth. You are capable. You are strong. You are unbreakable. Not because it feels true right now, but because you're going to make it true. Embrace the struggle. You want to know the difference between people who succeed and people who don't? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not connections. It's how they respond to pain. Successful people don't avoid struggle. They run toward it. They understand something most people never learn. Struggle is not the enemy. Struggle is the teacher. Every obstacle you face is a test. Every setback is a lesson. Every moment of discomfort is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you're tougher than you thought. The person who quits at the first sign of difficulty will never build anything worth having. But the person who says, bring it on, I've been through worse, I'll get through this too, that person becomes unstoppable. Think about the hardest thing you've ever been through, the darkest moment, the time you didn't think you'd make it. You made it. You're still here, still breathing, still fighting. That wasn't luck. That was your mind refusing to break. That was the warrior inside you that wouldn't surrender. And if you survived that, what makes you think you can't handle what's in front of you now? You can, not because it's easy, but because you've been forged in fire before, and you'll do it again. So stop fearing the struggle. Stop running from the pain. Stop wishing things were easier. Embrace it. Let it make you stronger. Let it sharpen you. Let it reveal who you really are. Because when the storm clears, you won't be the same person who walked into it. You'll be tougher, wiser, unshakable. The power of relentless consistency. Here's the hard truth about toughening your mind. One day doesn't matter. One great workout, one productive morning, one moment of discipline. It won't change your life. But 1,000 of those moments, 10,000, that changes everything. The mind isn't toughened by intensity alone. It's toughened by consistency, by showing up when you don't feel like it, by doing the work when nobody's watching, by staying disciplined when motivation has left the building. Most people are sprinters. They go hard for a week, maybe a month, then burn out and quit. But you're a marathon runner. You understand that real transformation happens in the repetition, in the boring, unglamorous grind. It's not sexy, it's not exciting, but it's effective. Every single day that you choose discipline, you're laying another brick, another piece of the foundation. At first, it doesn't look like much. People might not even notice. You might not notice. But one day, you'll look back and realize you've built a fortress. A mind that doesn't crack under pressure. A mind that doesn't quit when things get hard. A mind that says, I'm built for this. And the best part? Nobody can take that away from you. Not failure, not criticism, not setbacks, not time. A toughened mind is yours forever. So keep going, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because every rep, every choice, every moment of resistance is making you into someone extraordinary. You are not average. Let me tell you something you need to hear. You are not average. I don't care what your grades were. I don't care where you came from. I don't care how many times you failed. The fact that you're here right now listening to this proves you're different. Average people don't seek out motivation. They don't look for ways to improve. They accept mediocrity and call it being realistic. But not you. You have a fire inside you that refuses to settle, a hunger that won't be satisfied with ordinary. You know you were meant for more. You feel it in your bones, so stop playing small. Stop apologizing for wanting greatness. Stop dimming your light because other people are comfortable in the dark. The world doesn't need another person who's just getting by. It needs warriors, leaders, people who refuse to quit. And that's exactly what you're becoming. Every time you choose the hard path, you're separating yourself from the pack. Every time you push through pain, you're proving you're built different. Every time you silence that weak voice in your head, you're stepping into your power. You were never meant to be average, so stop acting like it. The life you want is on the other side of discomfort. The person you're meant to become is on the other side of discipline. And you're going to get there, not because it's easy, but because you're willing to do what others won't. The choice is yours. So here we are. You've heard the message. You know what needs to be done. Now comes the only question that matters. What are you going to do about it? Because this speech won't change your life. Neither will the next one, or the one after that. The only thing that will change your life is you, your choices, your actions, your refusal to quit when it gets hard. You have everything you need. The strength, the courage, the resilience. It's already inside you. It's been there all along. Now it's time to let it out. Toughen your mind. Build your discipline. Embrace the struggle. And when life tries to break you, and it will, you'll stand tall and say, I'm built for this, and I will not break. The war inside your mind starts now. Win it.